Hey guys, welcome back to the Redux video series. In this video, we will be picking up from where we left off in the previous one. To review, this is the state of the application as it was at the end of the previous video. We have an app that looks so and nothing really happens. You can click on buttons, but nothing happens, and we'll fix that in this round. But before we get started, I realized I made a mistake in the previous one. It's supposed to be const count and set count, because we gotta use state values, but we gotta use React hooks, and that ensures that when we call set count, the value of count is updated, and it's showing me the red squiggly line. So let's fix that by importing use state from React. Okay, and when the plus button is clicked, we want the value of count to increase by 1. So set count plus 1. Okay, use state 0 essentially says we want the initial value to be 0 for count. When minus is hit, we want count -1. Good, and let's make sure it's working. Alt tab, maximize, refresh. Okay, no errors. Increases, decreases, goes to -1, whatever. This goes up. Okay, perfect, working as expected. Next, we want add value to work as well. So we are going to say, we're going to define a function this time. Const add specific value, and this will receive an event, and we'll do something with the event. Okay, well, we're going to do set count. No, actually, we don't need to define a separate function for this. What we want to do is define an onChange function for input. So we want this to be set to, say, increment value, and because we are setting the value to increment value here, let's make sure this happens equal to 0. Okay, and when there is any change in input, we want to call a specific function, input change handler. Let's define input change handler like so. Okay, this receives an event, and we want increment value to be equal to event.target.value. Okay, and when add value is clicked, we want an onClick function fired. The onClick function will set the value of count to count plus increment value. Perfect. And we want a similar functionality for async value add, but with a catch. We want to put this inside a timeout function. That's what makes it async, right? Set timeout. Okay. Set timeout. This is expecting. This is one too many curly braces. Okay, that should settle it. Set timeout is expecting a function as the first argument, and that's your function. The second argument will be the frequency with which the time to wait before the function is called. So this should settle it. Okay, let's see that it works. 1 2 3. Okay, this seems to work. Now if I change this value to 3, oops, come on, change. Why isn't it changing? It's not changing. Why? Could it be because I have to use state for this one too? Let's try it. Const increment value, set increment value equal to use state. Increment value starts off at 0. Okay, let's do this. Increment value, this is fine. We can't set increment value directly over here, so we do set increment value and we set it equal to whatever we get from the input field. Refresh. 2. Okay, this works. And if I hit add value, it's doing a bit of string concatenation. Not what we want, so we're going to wrap it in a number object. Where's my Chrome? Come on, Chrome. Where's my Chrome? Where is it? Oh, I minimized it. Okay, refresh. I'm gonna change it to 2. Add value. Still? Why? Could it be that count is also being accessed like a string? Add value. Minus. This is not good. What's going on here? Okay, how about we wrap this in a number and we ignore this stuff. Refresh. Add value. Okay, this works. How long has this video been? 7 minutes. Oh my. Okay. So this is so far been an okay application, right? The async function works, add value works, you can add value again, so on and so forth. This works as expected. Now, what is the utility of Redux? Picture a scenario where this guy count is not inside your counter. We lost it. And our function looks like this now. We don't have a place to display the count, right? And let's say I impose a condition that I want a separate element. Don't have to create a file for that. I want a separate element. Export const count viewer equal to open parentheses return this guy. Okay, and this guy doesn't have the count object, right? How are we going to make this work? Let's also impose a second condition that, let's say that we can get this guy from the props, right? So we can do something like props, and we can always do props.count, and over here I can do maybe count viewer equal count viewer, then count equal to count. This should work, right? If I do this, I can always go back to my app and it works as expected. But I'm going to impose a different condition. Instead of the count viewer being inside the counter, I want it inside the app, like that. I'm going to import count viewer. Now we have a problem that we can't quite fix easily using React alone. I want to access count from inside count viewer, count is being set inside counter. I want to access the state of counter from outside of counter. How do I make that happen? And that is one very convenient use case for Redux, and we'll explore that in the next video. Thanks for watching.